Namaste, everyone. And if you're in the United States, good evening. The rest of the world, good morning, good afternoon. And thank you very much for joining me for this Anchor to Life meditation. Before we start, let's ask for blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father and Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. You can pray to whoever you like. To my teacher, Master chokholi, mahaguru, jamailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, wisdom, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. Right, in the first session today, we talk about consciousness. And a lot of people use that word, and of course, to different people, it means different things. Just a short review. You should really watch the one this morning. For most people, when they say consciousness, they're essentially describing to you the sensations that is acquired by the three instruments. Their body, their physical body, touch, how the room feels, how does their body feel, posture, tension, stress, none, whatever, comfort. Okay, the data coming from the physical body, and the sensation comes from their astral body or the emotional body. In other words, what feelings are they having? What feelings are they sensing from other people, or the environment, or the city? Okay, and then also from their mental body, what data are they getting? I'm getting information. I'm sensing this, I'm thinking of that, or they're watching TV, they're reading something, and from whatever they're reading, they're seeing, they process thoughts. Okay? So these sensations of the body, the emotions, and the thoughts put together is what most people call consciousness. Now, if you dive a little deeper, the way these thoughts, these feelings, these sensations are generated, this data is generated by the chakras. So depending on which chakra is generating will determine the frequency that comes out. For example, if it's coming from your solar plexus and your heart, those generate feelings or emotions. Okay? From your throat and your ajna chakra, those generate thoughts. And of course, the lower chakras generate physical movement. And so from there, that gives you an idea that energetically, this information is being generated by certain energy centers. So the question is, who is triggering these energy centers to create it? It's just imagine the chakras are the machines. Who's the operator? So for most people, they don't go that far. In fact, they don't even go far at all. They just say, oh, today I feel good. Today I don't feel good. Today my mind is clear. Today my mind's not clear. How's your consciousness? Oh, I'm thinking more of the weather. I'm thinking of the news. Or some people, oh yeah, I just got some good news. So my consciousness is clear. It's feeling so good and great. Or they just came from meditation. They came from, some spiritual experience. Oh yeah, man, it's so blissful, so quiet, so still. You understand what I'm saying? So the consciousness for them is basically a sum total of sensations gathered from what's going on in their life. So that consciousness is pretty much subconscious for most people. In other words, they don't sit there and think about, okay, how's my body feeling? How are my emotions? Are the emotions happy, sad? How are they? You understand? Or they don't go, is my mind clear? Or is it jumping all over the place? How is it? Nobody does that. Well, nobody with training at least, right? So what happens is, the general public, that's why they get swayed left and right. The consciousness is like a flag in the wind. When wind blows this way, the flag goes that way. Wind blows this way, the flag goes that way. So the consciousness is easily manipulated by external forces. Okay? Now, you notice when you meditate, of course there are many types of meditation, but the meditations we guide you, we do our best to kind of, push you a little higher beyond the sensation of the body, the emotions, and thoughts. So at that point, a lot of you, at least that's what your response is, oh yeah, it's very still, very quiet. And when I say, come back, you go, I want to come back. Yeah? Because at that point, for some reason, most people go, it's so quiet, so still. At the same time, I feel so free. All right. So with that said, let's talk a little bit more about what consciousness is from the perception or the perspective of the I, the soul. So we gave you a little bit earlier this morning. So essentially, most people, the consciousnesses are a conglomerate of all the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, sensations of the vehicles. The body, the emotions, and thoughts. It's just like you're driving, whatever instruments that you're reading in your speedometer, temperature, and so on and so on. And you're in the boat, same thing. How many knots are you traveling? What is the wind speed? What is, I don't know, how many fish are in the water? Sorry, I don't know much about riding a boat. Or on the plane, you look at all the instruments. What's the wind speed? What's the wind direction? I don't know, whatever other data. So for most people, their level of consciousness is what these instruments are reading. Okay? Now, what we try to do is try to read what is the operator experiencing at that time. So if you're the driver, yeah, how's the driver? Is the driver feeling good, not feeling good, clear, not clear? How's the captain of the ship? How's the pilot of the plane? That's what we're interested in. Because when you strip away the data or the sensation of the body, the emotions and the thoughts, what's left is what? The I. Right there and then, most of you'd feel like, wow, how come it's so peaceful already? Because the anger, the stress, the joy, the happiness, the elation, the depression, all those, believe it or not, even the good feelings, are sensations of the different bodies. That's why some of you, when you're in deep meditation, it's like, I don't feel anything. It's so quiet. It's so still. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. It's just being. I'm just here. Right? Then, of course, if you have the right teacher, whoever your teacher is, he or she will now crank up the energy level. So the energy level are like booster rockets. I just call it special sauce. So whoever your teacher is, when they give you a certain type of energy, they raise your frequency. As your frequency is raised, it's just like you're going to the next floor, or quote unquote the next dimension, for lack of a better way of saying it. It's like very still, very quiet. As you go higher, it's deeper stillness, very, very still, but you sense a subtle vibration, a subtle frequency. Then you sense an expansion, something like, yeah, it feels like it's more open. And then there's it's not happiness, it's like a certain love, but vibrating higher. So it's almost like, I guess the best word is, well, the limited word we can use is bliss. The more appropriate word in Sanskrit is ananda, divine bliss, divine ecstasy. And it keeps going higher. You get my point? So those could not be reached while your senses are on the lower bodies. That's the reason why, okay, I know some of you are going to get triggered in this. Just relax. I will have to put a disclaimer because some of you go, it's very protective of your drugs. So relax. See, since a lot of people cannot reach those states with meditation, or they don't even know there's such a way, then they resort to substances. Okay? Now, I've always been taught by my teacher, and a lot of spiritual teachers I know, they say reaching those high states of consciousness is best done naturally with proper spiritual practice. When it's done with certain substances like, you're smoking something, drinking something, or taking or shooting something, those are, one, artificial, and if the lower bodies, the emotions, the thoughts, and the bodies have not been sufficiently purified, you are temporarily going like this, and those three bodies will pull you down. That's why some people, when they get a high, it doesn't last long. They have to do something again. Now, as you do your meditation spiritual practice, if you take that route, which is slower, I'll tell you right now, I'm not a patient guy, but I prefer that way still. It's slower, but once you get there, even when you come back to your everyday life, it stays longer with you. And then it becomes part of you. And the most important part is you control the body, the emotions, and thoughts, not the other way around. The fact that a person is now dependent on these substances in order to experience that high frequency, is called addiction. Make sense? So what I'm sharing with you is not to judge you, not to tell you do this, don't do that, because you guys are adults. You're not children. You know, as simple as smoking. People say, oh, you're condemning smoking. Well, it says in the box, you read the box, it says it kills you. You go to Asia or to Europe, they even have pictures of people with lung cancer, with throat cancer, right on the picture of the box, and people buy it in boxes. So people have free will. Okay? I'm just sharing with you when it comes to spiritual practice. A lot of you want to experience those higher frequencies, higher levels. The best way, the safest way is still through spiritual practice. Okay? So, that's that. You decide on your own. Now, here's the interesting part. As you keep raising your frequency higher and higher and higher, when you experience that stillness, as my teacher said, Grandmaster chokholi said, stillness is not the objective. You go, what? For ordinary people, just to be calm is good. That's not good enough for us. We don't just want calmness, we want stillness. Because stillness, write this down, is just the platform. It is the foundation. That's what we use as a springboard to go to the higher realms. For a lot of people, just being still, man, that was already good. Okay, but our standards are higher. That's why a lot of you have done Arhatic Yoga, you've done Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul. We're teaching the Spiritual Essence of Man class, this one. We're teaching this class again next month. Okay? We go higher in frequency. Then at some point you notice that it's not just stillness. Exactly. Stillness is just a platform so you can go higher. In other words, for us, that's just the foundation. Now the question is, how come we don't say that publicly? Because as I said, for most people, just to be calm and not have a chaotic life is already fantastic. Let alone stillness. And then once they experience stillness, and you tell them, by the way, that's just the start, they're going to go, what? You know how long it took me to get here? You get my point? But you do notice that as we go through this meditation, you've been joining us, a lot of you joining us since last year. Not only are you calmer, in certain times of meditation, it's so still, some of you actually experience brilliant light, and some of you take off like a rocket. Those would never happen without stillness. There's a saying in India, when the water is turbulent, you cannot see all the way to the bottom. When the aura is turbulent, you cannot see into your higher soul and higher. That's that. Okay? So what we're going to do tonight, we'll do the same. We'll do meditation twin hearts, but we'll go a little higher. We'll raise the frequency even more. Let's see how far you guys can go. So I'm cutting the lecture a little short so we can extend the meditation. Okay? Now, just before we do meditation, earlier this morning we talked a little bit about quantum physics, quantum mechanics. And we just touch on that real fast so you have a better idea why stillness is needed. We talked about this before. Solid, liquid, gas made of molecules. Molecules made of atoms. Atoms have spaces in them, right? And atoms are consisting of what? A nucleus, one or more electrons. In between electron and nucleus, space. And if you want to talk about space, the nucleus itself is made of neutrons, protons. You go a little deeper. They have many names for it. They call them quarks. And there's so many names. You can really go deeper in that, okay? But the point is, even with that nucleus is 99 point something, 0.9% empty space. In other words, there's no matter. It's space. However, they've been able to calculate that if you have a cup of that space, it actually contains pure energy with no mass that could light up a whole city or vaporize all the water in the world with that much of that energy if you can use it. And some scientists call it 0 point energy. Whatever you want to call it. Now, here's the limitation. There are no instruments to be able to measure that. Number two, Most people, based on the science that we know now, are limited by physics. Because that space is actually made of pure energy that permeates the entire universe. So, okay, and when you do your meditation, when you are so still, you don't feel your body, your emotions, your thoughts. When they get so still, you're experiencing your true self, which is made of pure spiritual energy with no mass. Now, that empty space is your swimming pool. Say, okay, and, well, we talked about it this morning. According to regular science, even quantum physics, the speed limit of the universe, supposedly, is the speed of light. I emphasize the word supposedly. So they say E is equal to mc squared. Nothing could go faster than speed of light, because in order to get past the speed of light, you need infinite amount of energy to reach there. Infinite amount of mass to burn to be able to go there. But what if you have infinite amount of energy, but that energy is not coming from mass being converted to energy? What if it's just pure energy? Which is the soul is made of pure energy with absolutely no mass. So you have the first dimension, which is, let's say, horizontal line. Second dimension is a vertical line. Third dimension is height. So length, width, height. That's why they call 3D. You can look at something, there's height, there's length, there's width. The fourth dimension is time. And most people, that's it, we're stuck there. First, second, third, because what happens is, as we're moving this mass through 3 dimensions, as you go from here to here, you're passing through space. But as you pass through space, you consume time. So the two are actually linked together. That's why they call it space-time. That's that. However, when you're doing your meditation, when you are so still, your body's moving, not moving, your emotions not moving, the thoughts are not moving, it is so still, yet you can sense yourself going somewhere. How is that possible? Because the higher dimensions, fifth, sixth, and whatever else, everybody claims to know whatever dimensions, you can't even cross the fourth one. Above the fourth are different levels of consciousnesses, which actually have a tendency to cross that space-time barrier. Anyway, that's all. Shall we meditate? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master chokholi, mahaguru, jamailing, we thank you for divine light, love, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. In full faith, and so it is. All right, ready? Raise your hands. Tap your heart with your left hand. Tap your crown. Be aware of your heart. Oh, by the way, just a quick one. Why are we choosing the meditation Twin Hearts to do this? To go higher. Once there's a heart and mind connection, it's easier to use that as a springboard to go higher. That's why. Your brain and your nervous system gets highly sensitized once your heart chakra is more activated. So, it's a shortcut. Now, be aware of your heart in your hands. Actually, why don't we do this to make it faster? Be aware of your heart and crown. We are one. Just say, I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, I'm not the thoughts, I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that, the soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God, I'm one with God, I'm one with all. There is only oneness. We are one. Maintain that state of oneness. Open your hands in blessing. Visualize the earth in front of you. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Just be aware of your heart and your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, anywhere, within me, in my family, my workplace, the city I live in, the state, the country, the entire world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. There's so many people right now who are suffering, going through difficult times with their health, with their finances, their relationships. May all of them be blessed with hope and with faith and a better life. So be it. So be it. Just be aware of your heart. Just let that love and compassion flow from your heart through your hands to the entire earth. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Be aware of your heart and your hands. Just say, our hearts are one. Now flood the earth with peace, with love, with forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. And stay there. Just be still. Just be aware of your crown. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Let that golden light flow down through your hands to fill the entire earth. Fill the earth with golden light. Make sure to include your family, the people you work with, the city, the state, the country. Just flood the entire world with golden light. Especially the areas in the world you know that are going through challenging times. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Let all be blessed without exception. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Just be still. From the heart of God, may all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. Kindness to oneself, kindness to others, kindness to animals, kindness to all beings. So be it. Now be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown, take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light pouring out of your hands, flooding your family, your relatives, your friends. Let it spread to the city, the country, the surrounding areas, and let it fill the entire world. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all sentient beings in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. Let all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Just be still. Blessings be to all. Now, put your hands down, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Imagine a beautiful golden star floating above your crown. Be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to your throat, to the center of your head. Let it float to your crown, past your crown, and into that golden star. And stay there. Just be still. You are the spiritual self, of being of pure energy and light. I'm talking to you. Listen. Be still. Be aware of that golden light, that golden star. Allow your awareness to literally melt into that golden star and stay there. Any sound, any noise you hear, will just gently allow you to drift deeper and deeper into that beautiful golden star. And just simply let go and let things be now. Maintain your stillness. Maintain your awareness. Be aware of the inner stillness and the inner peace. Will raise your frequency. Just be super receptive. You don't have to do anything. Just allow everything to happen on its own. Higher. 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 Just let it happen. You don't have to do anything. Everything's being done for you. Higher. Ananda. Let Gently, very slowly, gently and slowly come back down to your physical body. Take your time. Move your fingers a little bit. That will help bring you back. Wiggle your toes. Slowly and gently settle back into your physical body now. Yeah, wiggle your toes, your fingers, move your body a little bit. It helps you slide back into your body. Okay. Okay, raise your hands. I want you to picture all the people you love in your life in front of you. Fill them all with beautiful golden light. Fill them with love, with joy, with peace. Bless them with good health, with much, much happiness in their life, with abundance and prosperity, and spirituality. So be it. Just flood them with golden light. Bless the rest of your family, your friends, your loved ones, people you work with. Bless them all with golden light. Bless your job, your career with success, with progress, with abundance and prosperity. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project golden light downwards to the earth. Fill the earth below you with golden light. And repeat after me. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. So be it. So it is. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. We thank you for your immense blessings. To my teacher, Master chokholi, mahaguru, thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, you can open your eyes. Okay, I'd love to hear from you. We did something different. If you're sensitive, you notice it. Different type of energy. Give you a slap on a different set of special sauce, booster rockets to take you up in the higher worlds. And I'd like to know what you experience. You know, this is one of those few times where it's appropriate to the topic, so we give you an experience. Okay, so please write down in your comments what you felt. And just a reminder, next week is the third of the 3 powerful full moons. Remember, we have Aries. This past month was Taurus, Wesak Festival, the most powerful one. A lot of you join us. And then next month, or not next month, this month, which is next week,